welcome to Diamonds and Bills. I'm Shanice and welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're returning, welcome and thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to tell a friend, all that good stuff. So on this video it's like a little follow-up from my video where I talk about intermittent fasting and how I lost weight. So this video is about when you go on a for like a whole month and a half, I'm doing well and I'm losing weight, and then there's a time for 2 weeks I just, I eat like ice cream a lot, like cookies, and I just don't eat like normally how I would, and I'm like, okay, how do I get back on track? And I know that there's a lot of people that go through the same thing, like when they're trying to lose weight, they're on this mission goal, and then they fall back a little bit, and then their weight is standstill, and they want to know what the hell is going on and why is it like this? Welcome to my channel. So I do to get back on rhythm. So when it comes, there are times when I, lose my whole goal and have to try to get back on track. So this is what I do. The first thing is, do not beat yourself up about it. That's rule number 1. Do not beat yourself up about staying off track. Don't do it, because it's not going to make you feel good, and then you're going to go back into old habits, and we're trying to go into new habits. So that's rule number 1. Do not beat yourself up about it. Number 2, take it a day at a time. Just take it a day at a time. Okay, you made a mistake. No, I want to say a mistake, but you fell back into old habits. Number 3, just say, okay, move forward. This is what I'm going to do to set myself back onto these goals. So those are the 3 things that usually helps me out, especially around time of the month for us women. Like I just want salt and sugar. That's all. Like salt and sugar, especially chips. That's me. So what I do now is say, okay, I want popcorn, I go for Skinny Pop. That's how I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for Skinny Pop. When it comes to ice cream, I get a Magnum non-dairy ice cream bar. So I would get that, and I'm like, okay, so this is what I'm gonna eat, and I'll have it like probably, I try to do it like once a Sunday, like once every Sunday, because I don't know what it is about Jamaicans and ice cream on Sunday, but it's like top tier, something that you have to do, and it's like something that's installed in me. And what I do is that I try to drink a lot of water. So this is what I do. So I drink a lot of water. So even when like there are times when I'll go like on a junk food phase, the next day, what I'll do, I'll wake up, I have my green tea, I'll drink water, do my intermittent fasting, and then I'll say, okay, this is a new day, let me just watch what I eat. And I said, okay, I can eat this, cut this, and just try to get back into the rhythm. Okay, so sometimes you do get out of rhythm, and I understand that, especially when you going through a time when you're going through, like when I had got my braces on, like when I got my braces on, it was like I had to eat certain foods. And then when I finally got my braces off, I was like, oh my gosh, I had Laffy Taffy, I had all this, and I went a little bit crazy. Then like, okay, Shanice, you have to go back just go back, remember what, your rhythm. And when I want sugar, remember the smart sweets that I was saying in my intermittent fasting? I try to dive into that but sometimes I get a little bit too crazy. I don't know why, but it's like I love their candy, like, oh my gosh, I just love their candy. So it was like, okay, I said to myself, I'm gonna have 1 bag and that's it. 1 bag and that's it. So that's what I try to do. So just think of it as saying, okay, you made it, like you got a little bit out of your whack, like if you're going on vacation, if you're celebrating your birthday, or you just say, okay, I want a week that I could just eat, pizza, burger and stuff, fries and all that stuff, and then cleanse and then go back in it. Hey, it happens. Like, I'm not gonna expect somebody to lose like 20 pounds in a month. Like, come on now. Because the way you think about it, when you lose weight, you want to make sure you keep that weight off. Like, you don't want to lose weight and then gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. Especially because I have done that a lot. Like, I have done the whole lose a whole lot of weight and then I gain it back and more. Because when I was in like my freshman, it was my sophomore, junior year in college, I was doing a very crazy diet method, trying to lose a lot of weight, and I was losing weight and I was working out. So I was losing weight, working out, and I was barely eating just to lose weight. And then when we moved and I was no longer able to go to the gym because there was a gym in our community, I went back into old habits and I started gaining more weight. And I'm just like, so, that's just something I want you guys to be aware of. Like, there are times like when you're in a rhythm, and then when you get a whack out of rhythm, you got to find your way to get back into it, because if you don't, you will go back to your old habits and you end up gaining weight plus more. And we don't want the plus more. We barely want the gain. We don't want the plus more. We don't. So that's all I gotta say. Like, it's just like, I didn't want it to be a long video, but I wanted to say that if you felt like, oh my gosh, you're on this weight loss, you're losing weight, and then you fall back into rhythm, you're wondering how to move forward, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't do it. Number 2, take it a day at a time. And number 3, just, okay, fine. Just think about the future and say, okay, this is what, swap this out, swap that out. Like, just think about stuff like that. And I feel like it will help you out, because me, I just went through a whole 2 weeks of going crazy over like and food and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, it's time for me to get back into my zone. Like, I'm like, hot girl summer is almost here. I'm like, it's time for me to get back into my zone. It's time for me to go back to remember what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself out of whack. You try to find your ways. I'm not beating myself about it. For 2 weeks, I was eating like a pig. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm done. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna move forward and say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. But I just took a little bit of a motivation video for people out there to know that, hey, I understand how it is. Don't give up. Just keep on trying, keep on moving. We're trying to have that body that we always wanted. And we just remember, sometimes even when you get the body that you want, it's still inside you. So if you say, yes, I gotta lose weight to be this way, it's maybe something you need to work on your self-esteem and your confidence level. So when you lose the weight and you have that confidence and that self-esteem, it's like, it doesn't matter to you if you gain like 5 pounds. You're not killing yourself about it. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you rate, share, like, you subscribe, you tell a friend, and stay blessed. Bye.